Hi, this is Mike Mittleman, your personal career coach. I help people get top jobs in financial services. Today I'll be talking about how to increase your compensation 25% with this simple hack. After watching the video, you will know exactly how to find your market value and leverage this information to boost your compensation. See, the problem with most job seekers is they don't know what they're worth to a future employer. So think about it. Your future employers know exactly what your market value is, but you don't. Market value is what someone else is willing to pay you for the same job. So the tables are stacked against you unless you do something. So let's even the score. Knowing your true market value can get you at least 25% or more than if you didn't, as we'll show in the negotiations in this video. As Michael Douglas said in Wall Street, the most important commodity I know is information. So let's see if we can change your mindset a little bit. So let's assume you're looking for a compensation bump of, say, an extra $50,000. However, did you know that your current salary is not even relevant in this equation? Only your market value is. So for example, if I bought PayPal stock at $30 and now it's at $50, and I'm trying to figure out whether to sell, whether to hold, well, is 50 the right price to sell? Well, the fact that I paid $30 for the stock has nothing to do with what it's truly worth today. It's worth whatever the market is willing to pay today or a year from now. So by the same token, your current compensation really has nothing to do with your market value. So if market value is so important, how do you get the information about your market value? Well, you network with people on LinkedIn, and it's really not that hard. So how do you do that? You identify in LinkedIn those professionals that have the title you want in the industry in which you want to work, even if it's your own. Identify from all of those connections or people on LinkedIn, people you share a commonality with. What does commonality mean? It means you came from the same university or have the same former employer. It doesn't matter when you were there or if you overlapped. Basically, a commonality means you both belong to the same club, and club members share information with each other. You can even see potentially which professionals on LinkedIn are your second connections. Another commonality, and maybe the largest commonality amongst university, former employer, and second connections. So how do you do this? Well, send them a LinkedIn connection note and remind them what your commonality is. After instructing hundreds of clients to do the same, we find that 20 to 40% of all the people that you invite will basically accept your invitation. Then, once they accept your invitation, send them a LinkedIn message and ask them for some career advice, specifically a range of base and bonus percentages you can expect at your level if you change jobs, and just give them a 2 to 3 short sentence description about yourself. For example, this is what I would say. Hi, John. Thanks for accepting my invitation. I'm thinking about my next career opportunity and wanted to get a feel for what compensation I could expect on the sell side. I spent 10 years as a counterparty credit risk analyst at Credit Suisse and Bank of America, and I'm currently a director. I'm trying to get to the MD title. Can you let me know what range of base and bonus you think I should expect to get to an MD in a shop like yours? Let's pause. Okay, you're going to find a decent number of people will come back to you with an answer. Don't stop until you have at least 3 to 5 responses. So what can you do with this information? Well, number one, you can screen companies and ignore those that don't pay what you expect to make. Or number two, when you find a company you like and get into the process, you can use this information in negotiations. Although in compensation negotiations, you never want to offer any information first. Sometimes you have to when speaking with recruiters. Start negotiations with a $25,000 range, $30,000 more than the upper limit of what you found out. So in other words, if you found out your market value is $225,000 to $250,000, give them a range of $280,000 to $305,000. Of course, you're going to get pushback, but pushback to your range, the market value that you found out about yourself, that's the goal. Or if you want to keep your job and just want more money, go back to your own company. If you are underpaid from the research that you found out, and most likely you are, go back to your company and let them know that your market value is much higher and give them the same $280,000 to $300,000 range with the exact same goal. Now, you have to be very careful with your tone and whom you approach. You really want to go in with a spirit of inquiry, not making demands. Different industries you can be more or less aggressive in. Look, you may not get to your market value in your own company, but you can come close and certainly get yourself an extra $50,000 because it's still a competitive marketplace. Well, I hope you found this video on increasing your compensation 25% or more helpful. I'm Mike Mittleman. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have an interesting compensation negotiation story, please put it in the comments below. Thanks.